Right, thanks for coming along, Julian. Can you give us a background of what was happening with your insurance claim before you came to Pro Claims?
Well, basically, it was going nowhere, Chris. It was going nowhere. We had a battle with EQC for a good year and a half, 2 years, before the insurance company even got their hands on the claim. And when they did, they kind of just went around in circles. I kind of felt we were in the middle of it.
How do you mean going around in circles?
I mean that they'd come up with one settlement amount, and then the next minute they would come back with a repair amount, which was just on the other scale. One was very, very low and the other one was very, very high, and we were sort of we were scratching our heads and asking questions what was going on and where do we fit in all this, and it just seemed like a lot of confusion.
So where did you think you did fit in with the insurer's plan?
Well, we didn't know. There was a lot of with what happened with EQC. There was just so much mistrust going on with this whole system that we felt that no matter what they said, we felt it was for their benefit, not for ours. I mean, at the end of the day, we've got a total replacement policy in our house, and we felt that they were trying to come up with the best option for them, not us.
Did you understand what your entitlement within the policy was?
Not really. Like I say, I mean, they came back to us with a few evaluations of, like I said, what our house was worth or what it would cost to repair. Yet we didn't know. We didn't really know what that was, or we didn't know what we were entitled to, or so we didn't know whether to take it or whether not to take it. But as I say, there was just a lot of mistrust there. As soon as insurance companies tell you something these days, automatically you ask questions, and you sort of, like I say, there's a taste of mistrust with what they say. You feel that whatever they say, they're doing it for their benefit, not for the benefit of the client.
Because EQC had said you were going to be a rebuild. Your insurance company said you were going to be a repair. Can you explain what you think the rationale was behind your insurer saying that you were a repair? What had they done to justify saying that your house is a repair when you got EQC saying it was a rebuild? What process did you see them go through?
I didn't see them go through a lot of process at all. I didn't see them go through a process at all. What they did tell me, however, was they said they sent round a quantity surveyor or an engineer, and they come up with a figure to repair our house, which was clearly flawed. When I'm not even a builder, and I know what they were saying was flawed, and I know the methods they scoped down to repair the place was flawed. I know the house it's a full concrete house and there was cracks all through it. I know structurally it wasn't sound, and the method that they said they were going to repair it with was just a joke.
What happened when you challenged the insurance company on their repair strategy?
They basically told me to accept it.
Or?
Well, that's just it. They said it is what it is. So that's obviously when I got hold of Pro Claims.
So how was that affecting you and your family?
I would be on the phone to EQC probably once a day, once every 2 days, and got no answers. We've got a very young family, 3 kids. At the time, they were all 3 kids under 3, so it was an emotional time and it was stressful. And dealing with these people didn't help at all.
What were they making you feel?
They've made us feel like a number. And essentially, in this grand scheme of things, there's a lot of people out there in similar situations, but we needed some help. We needed some help from the people that we'd been paying for all these years. It was time for them to actually help us, because we were out of our house, the 3 young children, Um, we had no resolution with our house. We were battling with EQC for over a year and a half just to get our cap, when it was clearly over cap. And then moving on to the insurance, we felt the same thing was going to happen again. And so the stress involved with, it's almost a full-time job. Dealing with this situation, it's a full-time job. On top of my own job, on top of being a father, being a husband, it's a busy life, and the stress just gets to you dealing with these people.
So it's having a fairly major effect.
Oh, absolutely. You take it home with you. You deal with them at work. You find a couple of minutes during the day, and you phone up your insurance company or EQC, and you deal with different people, and you'd get different answers, and you'd have to go through your whole situation again and through your claim, and the stress would get to you. So you take it home with you, and then it'd be affecting your family, affecting your home life. It'd just be at the back of your head, constantly.
What would have been the financial impact to you and your family if you hadn't engaged Proclaims?
Financially, we would have been living in a broken home, and financially it would have been huge because we would have had to do some of the repairs ourselves. We would have had to get it. We had a house that we liked. We had a house that how we wanted it, and when the earthquake struck, it disintegrated all of that. It wasn't our house. It was a bit of a wreck, to be honest. So financially, like I say, it just, we wouldn't have been able to afford to speak it how we wanted it, how it was.
So what was it like engaging Proclaims? What happened and what was the outcome?
Oh, it was easy. Chris and Hawani came round, and they came round to the site, to the house, and I was there with them, took them round, and I said, look, do you think I've got a case, or do you think I've got something to go on? And they said, yeah. It was easy. It was an easy process.
So once you engaged Proclaims, what was the feeling? What happened from there with you guys?
Reassurance that we wouldn't. I didn't want anything over what I was entitled to. It wasn't that. That wasn't my point. My point was I just wanted what I was entitled. I wanted what was fair. You know, we paid our premiums for total replacement in our policy for years now. Same with EQC. You know, and so you just wanted what you're entitled to, and I knew I wasn't getting that. I knew. So when we contacted Proclaims, like I say, automatically there was just a feeling of relief and reassurance that these guys have got it sorted.
So during that process, when Proclaims were managing your insurance claim, can you just detail what happened? Were you kept in the loop? Absolutely.
They kept us in the loop the whole time. The best thing for me was I didn't have to deal with my insurance company at all. I still remember the feeling now that when I used to deal with them, I used to get angry and clammy, even talking on the phone to them, made me mad. But just having them deal with that side of things was, like I say, it just took a load off my head, load off my shoulders. Yep.
So what's been the outcome of your settlement?
Outcome is that we're getting a new house. We're in the design stages of a new house right now.
So what's that meant to you and your family?
Just a relief. As I say, there's an end. Previously there was no end to it. It's just gone on for about 4 years now. So it's what, 3 years, 4 years. So there was just no end to it. You know, and like I say, my kids are growing up. They still had no house. So from the age of 7 months old, we haven't had a house, you know, and that's going on 3 years now. So we've moved 5 times, probably going to move about 6 or 7, and that's no way to bring up children, especially at that age. So just to see a light at the end of the tunnel, see progress, see a finishing line is a huge relief and reassurance for us. Huge. Mm.
So would you say your investment of what you've invested in the work of Proclaims has paid dividends to you?
Absolutely, 100%. Yep. Well, we've essentially got a brand new house, which means we can design how we want and do what we want with it. So, yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add?
It's just been easy. It's just been easy dealing with Proclaims. I think the biggest thing for me was just not having to deal with the insurance companies, not having that stress over my head, and that alone was worth the money. Because like I say, for a good year, I was turning into an angry man. Yeah.